I'm going to show you 4 practice tips that every top player uses, and they can take you from struggling with hard demons to easily beating extremes fast. And by the end of this video, you'll be beating extremes like it's literally nothing, and I guarantee you you're not doing them. So tip number 1 is doing daily practice mode sessions of your level. This is so that you can learn the level and get more consistent at it. So let's say you're trying to beat a level like Cataclysm, for example. You want to go into practice mode here, and you want to beat it a couple times. So let me just do that. And boom. Alright. So now we want to do it again. And really the point of doing this is every practice mode session, you want to like decrease your attempts more and more. And I'd recommend to do around 5 practice mode play sessions. Each day should be all you really need. Alright, we're almost done. And boom. So I actually completed the level in practice mode in more attempts than I did last practice session, so that is not good. What you do want, unlike me, is to lower the attempt count every single session. So yeah, I recommend doing this 5 times, maybe even potentially close to 10 times sessions. And this could also be a good way to memorize any memory parts in the level. So if we go, this kind of is like a tiny memory part, this part right here. And yeah. Alright guys, that is the first tip. Let's move on to the second tip. So tip number 2 is to go into the level and practice choke points until you get consistent with them. And you can do this the normal way, but let me show you how you can do it better. So this is a really simple tip. I should use Cataclysm as the example because why not? So the main idea of this tip is first to actually turn off this auto checkpoints. So let's turn that off. And you want to go to the part that you think is the hardest for you. So honestly, this part here is like so hard for me. I just hate this part when I was trying to do Cataclysm. And you want to spend a couple hundred attempts sort of like trying to improve your skill at this specific part. Again, if the level's hard enough, you want to find click patterns for these really hard parts. And also sort of like methods to go through these parts. For example, instead of just like going straight, going like that, what you can actually do is right when you go through this yellow portal, you want to go down slightly and then fly straight. So let me show you. Down. See how it slightly flew down? So kind of like that. So it's personal preference how you want to get through these parts. And if you have multiple choke points in a level, I recommend you first doing the choke point at the end first. So honestly, like it had to be here. Like this is by far the hardest choke point. Just really at the end, right? So you just want to heavily practice this. And when you feel like you've gotten sort of consistent at each part, you just want to move on to the parts. You just want to keep moving on, and yeah. And this makes it so that when you're going from 0, you're probably going to die less to these parts. So yeah. Alright, that is the second tip. Let's move on to the third tip. And tip number 3 is to place checkpoints in each game mode switch, then delete a checkpoint every time you complete the level. Let me show you. So this is actually a little complicated, but let me show you how to do it. So again, you need auto checkpoints off for this. So what you do, you wanna put a checkpoint in each like major game mode switch. Or what you could do is just not really spam checkpoints, but kind of put them sort of everywhere, I guess. This might actually be really hard. Like it is really hard to do this, but this tip will drastically help you. Putting checkpoints there, put one right there. And why am I using my keyboard? I literally have a side device. I don't know. Place one, well, a couple right there. Probably place one here, and place one right there at the end. So when you get to the end, you want to click this button and just play from your last checkpoint or, game mode switch and beat the level. And then you want to click this button and then delete a couple checkpoints till you get to your other game mode and beat it from here. Okay, wait, this part is so easy. Why can't I beat it? And here we go. And yeah, you just want to keep doing this over and over again. So I'm just gonna delete a couple checkpoints, go from here, and until you get to the very end, I just delete all my checkpoints. So yeah, until you get to like one of the final game mode switches, all the way to the front of the level, you just want to see how far you can get now, and potentially even get a new best. And you should probably do this 2 to 3 times a day with your level. And also with this step, you now know the level more, which is really gonna help. Also guys, comment down below, have you beaten like any 9 circles level before? Just like any 9 circles level. Because like I was about to do Bloodbath, but then I just found this level and I felt like I just want to do this because Wave is honestly my strongest game mode, and clearly not Chip. But yeah, this could also be a great time to learn memory parts if you have any in your level. So yeah. And lastly, tip number 4 is to combine all of this with speed hack. This has got to be like the best method to beat extremes. So let me show you how to do it. So this last tip is to actually incorporate speed hack and practice mode. So again, Cataclysm, obviously. And before you do this, you want to make sure you have Geode and then this Eclipse mod menu. So just do it. You can go here, recent, you can search up Eclipse, and boom, click download, restart, and you should be good to go. When you press tab, you get this speed hack on the top right here. See ya? And let's go back to Cataclysm. And you need to decide whether you want to use speed hack in the main level or just make it copyable. I'll make it copyable for the sake of the video. So yeah. So yeah, speed hack is just, okay, why can't I do this? Speed hack is just generally a really good thing, a really good resource you can use when beating hard extreme demons like this. And it's even better combined with like these practice mode tips I just said. So this part here, like this is like actually the biggest choke point for me. So with speed hack, so since it's a start, I'm gonna set it to 0.4. You check it. Now it's a lot slower. So obviously, you know, this would be really easy. So let's speed it. And there we go. Now we'll set it to 0.5. So we'll beat it again. And boom. Also, guys, one thing, you want to beat it more times than one just to kind of get that skill in there. So you beat 0.5, 0.6 time. And make sure to do this on your hard parts that you're struggling with. And now 0.7. Oh, getting faster. And this tip will make you so much better at any choke point. Like, this is insane. Like, I cannot tell you how much this tip improves. As long as each speed hack, you're doing it, you're beating the level like a couple times or like a few times, it really helps. And if you feel like, you know, 0.7, 0.8 is honestly too slow, you can just go up to 1. Just go up to nothing, see if you can do it. And you want to do this to hard parts a lot. And with this, you can honestly like destroy hard parts, if that makes any sense. And yeah, you can do this with any part of your level. I think generally, like with Wave, I think it really helps the most out of all game modes. And again, with practicing every day and all that stuff, you can add speed hack to this. And if you're doing like the base level and going here, since it's practice mode, using speed hack would probably not be considered cheating. What do you guys think? So yeah, that's tip number 4. Alright guys, that'll be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe to see beginner mistakes you're probably making when beating extremes. So I'll see you then.